The bus stops at Parris Island at 2 a.m. The door opens. A man in a campaign cover gets on. He is not loud. He is something worse than loud. He is certain. He looks at you like you are a problem he has solved before. You are 18 years old. You have never been looked at like that. You don't know yet that this look is a gift. Boot camp is 13 weeks. You don't sleep enough. You don't eat enough. You run when your legs say stop. You do it because the man next to you is doing it. You do it because stopping means something you don't have a word for yet. You do it because somewhere in week 3, something shifts inside you and you stop asking if you can and start just doing. Graduation day. Your parents are in the bleachers. The drill instructor calls you Marine for the first time. You cry. You are not ashamed. Nobody in that courtyard is ashamed. You earned the title. You don't fully understand what the title costs yet. You will. First unit, Camp Lejeune. You are the new guy. You are the boot. Everyone was the boot once. Nobody lets you forget it. Your squad is 8 Marines. Their middle names inside 2 weeks. Who snores, who calls home every Sunday, who hasn't called home in 3 months. This is closer than family. Family is people you were assigned. This is people who will carry you out if it comes to that. You would do the same. This without discussing it. First deployment. Al Anbar Province, Iraq, 2005. Fallujah is not what the news described. The news described a city. What you find is a place where every doorway is a question and every answer is permanent. You are 20 years old. You have a rifle and a squad and a job. You do the job. You don't think about it in those terms until much later. Right now, you just do what the man to your left does, and hope the man to your right is doing the same. You are 24 second deployment, Ramadi this time. You have 4 Marines under you now. 4 people whose lives run through your decisions. You lose your first man in month 3, Danny, 21 years old, from a small town in Georgia. He wanted to open a garage when he got out. He talked about it constantly. The garage, the tools, the specific smell of motor oil he grew up with in his dad's shop. The medevac comes. It is not fast enough. You already know before it lands that it is not fast enough. You write the letter to his parents. You write 6 drafts. None of them are right. You send the 6th one. You don't sleep for 3 days. On day 4, you go back to work because there is nothing else to do, and because Danny would tell you to go back to work. You carry this, you keep moving. That is the only thing you know how to do with it. You are 28 third deployment, Helmand Province, Afghanistan. Different war, same weight. You are responsible for 12 Marines. Now, 12 sets of parents, 12 hometowns, 12 reasons each of them joined. Some joined for college money. Some joined because their dad served. One joined because he had nowhere else to go. You don't think less of any of them. They showed up. That is the only thing that matters out here. You come home, your wife picks you up from base, you drive through town, traffic light, grocery store. A man walking a dog, kids on bikes. You check the sight lines at the intersection. You note the second-story windows. You identify the choke points in the parking lot before you get out of the car. Your wife is talking. You hear her. You are also doing all of this simultaneously, and you cannot stop doing it. She asks where you went just now. You say nowhere. You say sorry. You say you're listening. You are listening. You are also never fully here. You don't know how to explain that both things are true. 12 years in, you have deployed 5 times. Your body has a record of every one. Right shoulder, the thing you did fast roping in year 4. Manageable, you manage it. Left knee, year 7. IED concussion, secondary fall. The doc said you were lucky. You said, okay, you still run every morning. The knee disagrees every morning. You run anyway. You train young Marines now. You watch them the way you were once watched. You see yourself in some of them. The ones who look like they don't know if they can take it, those are the ones you watch closest. Those are usually the ones who can. A boot asks you if combat is like the movies. You think about Danny. You think about Helmand. You think about a parking lot and sightlines you can't stop calculating. You say, no, he asks what it is like. You say it is like nothing else. He nods like that is an answer. It isn't an answer. It is the only true thing you can say. You are 36 UV stopped counting deployments. The number is depressing. The number is also a resume. You hold both of those things at the same time. Your daughter is 9. She knows you leave. She knows you come back. She has built her understanding of fathers around a man who disappears and returns. You don't know if this is damage or resilience. You hope it is resilience. You're not sure, you get to decide. You mentor a young staff sergeant. He is good, smart, reads his men well. He asks you how you stayed married through all of it. You think about the question. You say honestly, you say imperfectly. You say your wife is the most patient person you've ever met and you've never fully deserved it. He writes that down. You're not sure it is the kind of thing that helps. You said it anyway because it is true. You are the senior enlisted advisor for a regiment. Now 1,200 Marines. You are the person who translates between what officers decide and what enlisted execute. You are very good at this translation. It is the most important work you've ever done. It is also invisible work. The decision gets credit. The translation doesn't. You've made your peace with that, mostly. You attend 7 memorial ceremonies this year. You stand in the same position each time. You fold your hands the same way. You hold your face the same way. You have learned to do this without it destroying you in the moment. What happens later, in the car, in the quiet, is different. You've learned to keep those two things separate. You're not sure that is healthy. You're sure it is necessary. You commissioned at 38 Battlefield Commission, a thing that still doesn't feel real when you say it. You are a lieutenant colonel now. You manage planning. You review operations. You sit in rooms with people who have never been outside the wire and you translate what outside the wire actually means. You are patient with them. Mostly you remember you didn't know what you didn't know either. Once knowing what you don't know is its own kind of intelligence. Your son enlists Marines. He tells you over dinner. Your wife looks at you, you look at him. He is 19 years old. He has your jaw and his mother's size, and he is looking at you the way you looked at your drill instructor the first week, like he is trying to figure out what is underneath your surface. You say you're proud of him. You mean it. You also spend the next 6 hours not sleeping, running numbers you don't want to run, thinking about Danny and Helmand and 7 memorial ceremonies in a single year. In the morning, you make coffee. You say nothing about the 6 hours. He ships out in 4 weeks. You are 58 4 stars, the 39th Commandant of the Marine Corps. The title is enormous. The office matches. You have testified before Congress. You have briefed 3 presidents. You have shaken hands with heads of state who knew your name before you walked in the room. The 18-year-old on that bus at Parris Island would not recognize you. You are not sure you recognize him either. The casualty report comes in on a Tuesday. Standard format: name, rank, unit, circumstance. 3 names this week. You read each one. This is the part of the job that does not get easier. You were told it gets easier. Whoever said that was wrong. The last name on the list: Private First Class, 19 years old. Small town in Tennessee, killed in action 4 months after completing boot camp. 4 months. You were 19 once. You were on a bus at 2 a.m. and a man in a campaign cover looked at you like a problem he had solved before. 4 months later, you were at Parris Island graduation crying and not ashamed. This Marine didn't get the deployments, didn't get the squad, didn't get the 12 years and the shoulder and the knee and the 7 memorials in a year, didn't get the daughter who builds her understanding of fathers around a man who leaves and comes back. Just 4 months, then a report, then your desk. You sign the condolence letter, you read it once, you sign it, your signature on a piece of paper going to a family in Tennessee who will keep it forever. You close the folder. This is the 47th time you have done this. You go to the next meeting. That night, you drive home. You don't go inside right away. You sit in the driveway, not long, 10 minutes. You look at the front door. You think about 19. You think about the bus. You think about the man who looked at you like a problem. You think about what that look gave you. You think about what it cost. You go inside. Your wife is in the kitchen. She looks at you the way she has looked at you for 30 years, like she can read the exact weight of what you are carrying without you saying a word. She doesn't ask. She makes you a plate. You sit down. You eat. You are grateful for this in a way that has no bottom. Right now, somewhere, a bus is pulling into Parris Island at 2 a.m. A door opens, a man in a campaign cover gets on. He looks at the rows of 18-year-olds like he has solved this problem before. One of them, third row, window seat, kid from a small town who wanted something he couldn't name, doesn't know yet what the look means. He doesn't know about Danny. He doesn't know about Helmand. He doesn't know about parking lots and sightlines. He'll never be able to stop calculating. He doesn't know about 7 memorials in a year. He doesn't know about a Tuesday morning when a report lands on a desk, and the last name is 19 years old and 4 months out of boot camp. He just knows he showed up. He just knows he is still on the bus. That is enough. For now, that is everything. The door opens. The man gets on. The cycle continues.